Hey guys, welcome to my review of the Skoda Kodiaq Style. The Kodiaq, when launched in 2017, was offered in just one variant, the Style variant, and it gets a 2-liter diesel engine which is mated to a 7-speed DSG gearbox and an all-wheel drive system. The Kodiaq is based on Volkswagen's modular transverse matrix platform, which is commonly known as the MQB platform. This is based on the same platform as the Octavia and the Superb. The Kodiaq has also received a 5-star safety rating from the Euro NCAP. Skoda logo, signature butterfly front grille which gets a chrome lining, automatic LED headlamps which are self-leveling and also have coming home and leaving home functions, LED fog lamp, headlamp washers which is now a rare feature is also offered, 4 parking sensors at the front. The Kodiaq has a length of 4697 mm and a wheelbase of 2791 mm. The ground clearance is 188 mm. Plastic cladding at the bottom is present all around the car. These are 18-inch multi-spoke alloy wheels with 235 section tires on them. Side parking sensor. The ORVMs are electrically adjustable and foldable and have integrated turn signals. They automatically fold and unfold when the car is locked and unlocked. Touch-based request sensor on the passenger door. Chrome lining below the window. Functional roof rails and panoramic sunroof. Rear side sensor. 18-inch tires at the rear and disc brakes are also offered at the rear. Mud flaps for the rear tire. C-shaped LED tail lamp with LED indicators and reverse light. The Kodiaq has a width of 1882 mm and is wider than the Fortuner and Endeavour. High mounted stop lamp with integrated rear windshield washer. Rear wiper. LED indicators and reverse light. Skoda badging. Kodiaq 4x4 badging. Reflectors. 6 parking sensors on the rear bumper. Electromagnetic boot release button and reverse camera. The doors open and close with a 3-stage action. Chrome door handle. Wooden finish on the dashboard with ambient light above it. ORVM controls and power window controls. Boot release button above the speaker. Huge door pocket. There is also an umbrella holder inside the door frame. Door open warning light. 12-way electrically adjustable front seats with 3 memory settings even for the passenger seat. The seats are made in beige leather upholstery. Engine start stop button. Headlamp controls with auto headlamps. Vertical air conditioning vent. Accelerator and brake pedals. Dead pedal is also offered. Three-spoke steering wheel with sculpted thumb counters. The left-hand side buttons are for audio and voice commands. The right-hand side are for the MID and telephone. Like most other European cars, the wiper controls are on the right side. Automatic wipers are also offered. The left stalk has both indicator controls and cruise control settings in it. Paddle shifters are also present. The instrument cluster consists of two main dials. The tachometer is placed on the left side and the speedometer is placed on the right side. The temperature gauge and the fuel gauge are also present along with the tachometer and the speedometer respectively. The MID has many options which shows telephone, vehicle controls, driving data, current speed, average speed, distance traveled, traveling time, range, average fuel consumption, idling fuel consumption, oil temperature, speed warning, navigation, audio controls. The MID by default shows time, current direction, current gear, odometer and a trip meter. Analog tachometer is placed in the left side and analog temperature gauge is placed inside the tachometer. Analog speedometer is present in the right side and analog fuel gauge is placed inside the speedometer. The steering offers both tilt and telescopic adjustment. Frameless auto dimming IRVM, light and sunroof controls. There are two lights present at the front. Both of them are LED lights. These are the sunroof controls. Sun visors are huge and gets a vanity mirror and light on both the sides. The lights turn on when you open the cover. The gear lever is ergonomically placed and is good to hold. It gets a park, reverse, neutral, drive, sports and manual mode. Below the gear lever are the traction control, electronic parking brake, a tow brake and a drive mode selector buttons. The center armrest can be opened and there is storage space inside. There are two cup holders and a slot to keep the key. The Kodiaq gets 3-zone climate control system. The lowest temperature of the AC is 16 degrees and the highest temperature is 30 degrees. Pressing the sync button will make the driver side and the passenger side temperature same. Button to turn off passenger airbag, central locking, parking sensors and automatic parking button. Storage space for keeping your smartphone, 12-volt charging socket, aux port and USB port. This is a 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system. The Kodiaq gets a 575 watt Canton 10 speaker system including a subwoofer. It also gets the voice enhancement feature which transmits the voice of the front passengers to the rear passengers through all the speakers. In the car menu, it shows vehicle starts under different conditions like long term, since refueling and since start, which shows the distance traveled, average speed and average fuel consumption. It also shows the green score on the right side. The main menu is well laid out and you move through the options by sliding left or right. There are various menus like Vehicle, Smart Link, Media Command, Images, Audio, Air Conditioning, Settings, Radio and many more. The dashboard has a black veneered finish. There are two vertical AC vents on each side. There is also a storage compartment on the upper dashboard. The glow box is quite huge and is illuminated. It also gets cooling function. AC vent. Tweeter on the passenger door. It also gets drive modes which vary the performance of the car. The various driving modes are Eco, Normal, Sports, Individual and Snow. The panoramic sunroof is huge and brings a lot of airy feeling in the cabin. It gets electronic controlled sun blinds. The sunroof opens outwards and goes a long way back. Let's get into the rear seats now. Manual sunshades are offered at the rear. Illuminated power window button and soft fabric on the door pads. The rear door pocket can hold a 1-liter water bottle. Scooped seat back. Rear AC vents. 12-volt charging socket. The huge hump at the center gives less legroom for the middle passenger. The rear seat is 40-20-40 split. The sides of the headrest fold outwards, providing perfect support to rest your head on and fall asleep. Skoda calls this as the power nap package. Every rear passenger gets a 3-point seat belt, a wide center armrest with cup holders, Isofix child seat mounts. By pulling this latch, the middle row seat moves forward and folds partially. This is how you can access the third row. The rear seats are not as soft as the middle row seats. The rear legroom is not much and is best for kids and short people. There are 2 headrests at the rear. 3-point seat belt for both the rear passengers. Storage space. Storage space on another side. The seat locks into its place by just pulling it back. All the doors get these clever edge protectors. They come out when you open the door and go in when you close the door. The electromagnetic tailgate can be opened by just a touch of a button. With the third row of seats up, the boot space is 270 liters. The loading lip and the boot floor are at the same height. A retractable hook. LED lights on each side of the boot. Another hook and 12-volt charging socket. This is the partial shelf, which can be used when the third row of seats are folded. The third row of seats can be folded by pulling this latch. With the third row of seats folded, the boot space becomes 630 liters. With the middle row of seats folded, the boot space becomes a huge 2005 liters. 12-volt charging socket. A removable light which works as a torch and can be used at night. It even has a magnetic base and can be stick to the vehicle while changing the tire at night. The boot can be closed by pressing this button. It closes and locks automatically. There is also another way to open and close the boot. Simply walk up to the car with the keys in your pocket and swing your foot under the bumper and the boot opens. Let us now open the bonnet and see what's under the hood. Pulling this latch will open the bonnet. The bonnet is quite heavy and gets hydraulic struts. The Kodiaq is powered by a 2-liter TDI diesel engine which is paired to a 7-speed DSG gearbox. This diesel engine produces 148 bhp of power and 340 Nm of torque. It also gets an on-demand all-wheel drive system. Hydraulic struts to hold the bonnet. Insulation is also present. These are some clips of how the lights look. The LED DRL also works as the indicator. This is my review of the Skoda Kodiaq and thank you for watching.